Hello, 14 subscribers. Yeah, got how many? Like 8 new subscribers in one day. That's progress. Thanks for subscribing. Okay, guys, I was really trying to think what I can record and what I can speak on for today. And as I mentioned in my previous video, I'll start a series where I'll show you how I develop my own CRM. So let this be the first part of the series. The idea here is actually, let me open, or I have it open. So CRM, right? CRM. Since I'm an agency owner, but I do believe that this approach will be applied to and can be applied to a lot of different businesses since Airtable is very flexible. Of course, there are some ways. Not all businesses need such a customized solution, and it's not as customized as it might seem to be. So some businesses that especially if they use more complex things related to process automation and tracking like in ERPs, so there are like separate solutions. But I think for most businesses it is a really good way to track all the processes. But usually what people do is what companies do, they just use a CRM like HubSpot, or maybe Pipedrive. Pipedrive is really good on tracking all the things. So let's talk first on why Pipedrive doesn't fit my needs. Of course, the core part of any CRM stands for customer relationship management, basically, and of course, customer relationship in terms of tracking all the emails, all the phone calls, SMS from the customers inside one inbox is very important. But so it's usually most of them have some sort of a just unified inbox. Or if you go to a this is some data, if you go to specific prospect, you can see their emails. And that was one of the problem. Oh, actually, yeah, it does catch this emails. So as you can see here, this is the Michael prospect. Yeah, it's Michael. All the emails from Michael, all the phone calls, all the notes, activities, files, documents, invoices. So I think the Pipedrive does really good job on like putting all these things together. And of course, there's a separate folder called what they call it, deals. Different softwares call it in different ways. And this is like a pipeline where you track on what stage what prospect is. These are my old stages, actually, or no, didn't check back. Yeah, so these are my current stages, I think. So discovery call means that either a prospect is discovered, like trying to book a call, or already booked the call, don't care, didn't show up. Check back meaning we will check back with the prospect in some time thinking, depending on what stage they are at. We'll follow up later on, not interested, get the details in the client, and then clients go to the separate pipeline. So Pipedrive is really good. The problem with Pipedrive is that it's not meant to be a project management software. Of course, for project management, you have softwares like Asana or Trello. Trello is more simplified version, basically, of course. Where is it? I have no idea what's in Russian language. Anyways, so yeah, so basically you have these softwares for managing all your projects, managing tasks, assigning teams to based on different projects, different tasks inside the project, doing subtasks. And I did really want it to be in one software. Besides that, so that was one of the reasons. And of course, Pipedrive does have projects, and this is just the sample that I was trying to create, one, two, three, just, sample sample tasks here. but it's very simplified. But it does link to, a Jeffrey as a contact, Applier Dynamics as a company, and the same way applies to the deals. What I also don't like, and this is my personal preference, maybe it's something wrong with me, I'm not sure if other business owners are feeling the same way. I want to own my information. I don't want to rely, or my business to rely on one software. And of course, in previous videos, I mentioned that I do, I don't want to use different softwares. And now I'm saying that I don't want to rely on one specific software. So maybe this is the answer, to use different softwares. But still, the core of your business is, let's say, your CRM. So the problem comes down to the CRM. If something wrong with the CRM, something wrong with the company, and I don't like, again, it's something wrong with me. I don't think that anything will happen with Pipedrive or HubSpot, especially. These are huge companies, but I just don't like the feeling providing all your information about your business, that like your life and life of your employees and your future relate relies on this information, and provide it to the like third party companies. And you like, there is no way to do that. There is no way not to do that in our current world, of course. We're not even talking about finances, obviously, where you provide all your money to the bank. But still, I'm trying to remove it in any ways possible. So that's why I like softwares like Front. And the Front is not a software that have all the information. So Front is just connecting directly to my email. So all the communications with my clients are happening inside the email. And even if for some reason my email will get blocked, Google will delete my account, I will still have these prospects that I can contact from any other resource. So basically, I have the email list, and this is the most important. The communication with your clients and the history of the clients relies not only on the servers of third party companies, but also on my own servers. So, how I was thinking about it, that I need to build a separate database, right, of to keep track of all these things. So that's where Airtable comes in handy, since Airtable is essentially a database. And it like, you can link databases to each other. I'm not gonna do tutorial on Airtable. You can watch them on YouTube. I'm just, providing some ideas of why I started and I want to use the software. And maybe when in the process of development, right now it's finished on, I would say, 10%. When it's going to be finished, at some point of time, maybe I'll think, okay, so maybe I need to go back to Pipedrive. It might happen. So this is life. But right now, I see that it's really good option for me. So all the information, all the the tasks that we have, all the context, all the company information, all the email history is stored inside Airtable. These are databases. You can download them and export them as a CSV files, and do anything with them, and you can even upload them to Power BI. I'm not sure if you heard about this tool, just for the analytics. So, but since we have it in Airtable, they introduced interfaces, and interfaces are basically a way to customize your view of your database, or views of your different databases or different tables. So just to give you an idea of basic structure right now, so we have a table with context, and contacts are basically all the contacts that I not all of them, obviously, so I still did not transfer the second high level account that I have. But let's say there's a full name, email, company, title, so all the information, about like legal documents, invoices created, emails, tag company name, which is meant for the technical purposes. And as you can see here, it's a chat button. So this is actually a button that runs a formula. I'm not going to go deep into this, but the idea here is that this communication with this prospect can be found on my email, right? So if we go to my, um, anyways, so if I go to my email here, I can see the communication with this customer. The same way it can be done inside Google. So since Front is directly connected to Google account, so you can see all the conversations here. So it does look like a chat from Pipedrive, here, right? Like here. The problem is that there is a way, and I found the way to display the conversation history inside Airtable, and I'll show it to you later. But basically, if you click a button, it's basically runs a formula to open the front and open the conversation with this specific email, and it's shown here, as you can see. And if we open another one, this is the another conversation with the prospect. So it's pretty convenient when you work with a prospect. You just click a button and see all the conversation. Yes, guys, it's not that convenient as in Pipedrive. You click and you see it here. But in reality, if you think about it, the the interface of Pipedrive when it comes to email management is way worse than the interface in Front, because Front is made for email communication. So it's better, and this is like one of the reasons why I decided to actually go this route. It's much better to just click here, waste 4 seconds. uh in this case it did not open it. Why? Which one I clicked? Maybe because there was no email. Anyways, yeah, so I see the conversation here, and it's much better to actually, it was not loading the correct conversation. Wait, 30 lanes. So this is Casey. Yeah, it's the correct one. Not sure. Anyways, so the idea is that it loads this conversation in 3, 4, 5 seconds, and it's slower than go into the Pipedrive, but it's much more convenient to navigate inside the whole conversation and go back and forth than in Pipedrive. So eventually you're gonna spend less time. Anyways, so then we have the companies, and each company have, if we talk to different members, website, domain, phone numbers. I probably don't need to show you all these things, but I don't care. These are just the prospects, not our actual clients. So you can see here, that I have like multiple contacts for each company, right? And then in activities, these are just template activities for you have the email chat here. So the activities are basically, I got the idea from Pipedrive. They also have activities, and activity is a task which is relied on the date. So it's not just sample task or the task related to project. It's more just a it's more like a meeting or a reminder which you need to do at certain time. So yeah, and then the emails. So the emails is very interesting part, since this is the conversation history with all the, actually it's not all the emails. So since it's running from 2023, yeah, I think so. These are 14,000 emails which are exported from my Gmail account, right? And then I uploaded all the conversation history here inside this table with subject, body, from, to, CC. And then I was running a script. And just to be clear, all the scripts, and this this is primarily done by my team, not by me. But I usually go to each and every step myself. Even the script. I am not a technical guy, so all the scripts are written usually, for like all of our projects by like my guys. But in this case, I was just trying to get my hands on like how it works and what are different ways to implement certain things. So I was actually, coding, I think, this exact script myself, but how I did it through ChatGPT. So I was basically given a prompt like, hey, I need to do this action in Airtable. So let's say I have, wait, let's say I have a like an email, and I have from and to address. So based on this, to like get this email addresses, then find the contacts in the contacts table in the email field, and if the contact is like does exist, then link this contact to this email. Anyways, so these are me, since there are no contacts for this specific email. But if we go above, here, as you can see, these are, so this email was actually, like there are multiple people on this email. Me, basically my main email, then Fritz, and then Mich- Michelle. It's not Michael, it's Michelle. Wait. Jesus. Okay, so I think, like, guys, let me know in the comments, is it Michelle or Michael? I was always confused. So it's Brad, so all these guys, so these are, the information about, like, these are the emails with this context. And then when I the interesting part is when I open, and I can show you quickly on the interface here. So again, I'll like go through all these things in separate videos. I'll go through, how certain things are done. But if we go here, I can see all the conversation history of the emails here on this contact, on this company. And I have, contacts. So these are multiple contacts for this, like with multiple emails for this company, and I have all the email conversation history inside Airtable. So it's basically the same thing as in, where is it? As in Pipedrive. But of course, in Pipedrive, so I have the email history, and then I can, immediately create an email here. But in this case, I would need to click another button. I see the conversation history, and I will actually add the button, here. And we can see here, I can go to chat and need to do like another, step to wait a few additional seconds. But as you can see, it's much much more convenient, and you own this information. No one's gonna block you. You can always export it, and you can like do the thing the way you want. You can configure this pages the way you want. If you want to display on what stages you want to display certain info. So it's very 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 convenient. And of course there are like quirks still, um, but I think we'll develop it further, and it will get better and better. So I will keep you updated. This is the information. Honestly, for the past 5 minutes when I was talking, I was deciding, do I actually want to show this information to you guys? It's not, is it personal? Like, it's not personal information. Maybe I should, maybe I should hide like the phone numbers or the email. But the emails are public. The emails are public on these guys' websites. So it's not like it's not like a secret information, I guess. Because, like, I just want to be honest. I just want to show the thing how it is. I know that a lot of guys on YouTube are blurring these things, and like from my experience, most of my clients know that, I started to do the YouTube, and I was asking them to give me permission to share their details, and I will share like the prototypes and the demos and the final things that we did for them in future videos. So they're not against it, but I did not, to be honest, I did not ask all of them, but usually they are not against it. So I'm not sure why would, other YouTubers hide it if it's real, or they could, like, I could fill out this information with some random companies and say, hey guys, I have like fucking million clients, so trust me and buy my course or something like that. I'm just trying to show you the stuff as it is, and I'm like literally was showing you my personal emails and my business emails. So I mean, I'm not afraid that like you will do something with it. I like what you can actually do. I have no idea. Anyways, so thanks for watching. I guess this video will get, how many, probably another 5 views, but I still appreciate you, and we'll talk to you in another videos. Thanks.